Companions, welcome to another story about my wanderings in the African wilderness. The scene is the central east part of Mozambique, not very far from the delta of the Zambezi River. It is several days of walking away from the last little bits of something that might be called evidence of civilization. I'm here with 4 companions that help carry my stuff and can act as local guides. The sun is setting and it's almost touching the tree line, which is already a black lacework against the red. It is time for quiet reflection over a cup of wine and to write up the diary of the day. My thoughts turn to the 2 men weaving through the bush with their quarry slung from a pole between them. I have known many predators of the savanna over my years of wandering. Some are smaller than your pinky nail, others as big and strong as a buffalo bull. They have been honed by millennia of evolution, and they have been tuned to particular environments and prey. Each has become a master of the ancient art of the hunt. Some deal with elegant biological machinery, others with subtle chemistry. Some deploy deception and ruse. Some rely on stealth, others on brutal speed or strength. Some dispatch their victims with the delicacy of a brain surgeon, others in a furious eruption of blood and dust. Yet, for all their artistry, savanna predators are not always successful, because the urge for survival has also driven their prey to become faster, more agile, have sharper senses, become stronger, develop formidable defenses, or the ability to vanish in plain sight. But among the predators of the savanna, the wiliest are the human hunters that are native to the savanna. Few prey can escape them. Some of them are just bush dwellers from their remote villages or their nomadic encampments in the bush. They set out armed with superior intelligence and cunning, often weapons that can kill at a distance, or snares that patiently lie in wait for the unlucky. They are capable, and over time they do strip the bush of all living animals. In older times, when the bush lay open and ancient migration patterns were followed, a balance was maintained between hunter and hunted. Human numbers were fewer. There were no artificial barriers, and the bush had time to recover from the wounds inflicted on it. Population growth and expanded settlement and artificial barriers have today upset that balance. The numbers of predator and prey can only be maintained through artificial management interventions by humans. Human hunters are also not infallible. And I was reminded of this one afternoon late when I came across a hunting party. They were on their way back to their village. They were hungry and tired and a bit despondent and thirsty because they had nothing to show for their hunt. They were probably worried about their families back in the village that would have to go without food tonight. Nevertheless, they laid down their arms and they warmly greeted us. They eagerly exchanged bush news and quips with us. Bush hunters and poachers alike are a boon to meet. They have an intimate knowledge of the local situation. Their intuition of the veld is remarkable. I also find them authentic and spontaneous and, quite frankly, fascinating. Some of the finest encounters I've had in the bush were with bush hunters that I came across, and I treasure these experiences. Me and the men with me, we're on a journey, and we have hunted for food. We carried the carcass through the day, slung from a pole between two men. And when it came time to make the camp for the night, the men broke the meat up and cut it into strips, and now they have suspended it over the fire to flame and smoke. The meat will dry gradually, if not tonight, then tomorrow in the course of the day, they will dry it some more over the flames. And as it becomes cured, the meat will shrink and it will become lighter, and it will become almost black in color. And tomorrow morning, the men will break it into bundles and tie it up with bark, and they will carry it on their heads. And it'll last us for several days. Nothing will be wasted. After a bit, the meat will become a bit pungent, and the men won't really be concerned about this. But of course, at night in the camp, it will attract predators, because scent is a powerful messenger to both predator and prey in the bush. And we hunters could very easily become the hunted. But we are 4 men. We can make a fire and keep watch through the night, when we should become at least aware of the approach of a dangerous predator. And beyond our little circle of firelight, with its few scraps of civilization, the ancient, powerful rhythms of the wilderness will roll on. But the struggle for survival between predator and prey will come to us only through sound. Companions, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you will join me again next week. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel and give me a like. Good luck until next time.